if the outcome of the presidential election has you worried, if you're thinking about being an American expat, does Italy have a deal for you? They're trying to lure Americans into, let's keep it real, some of the more rural parts of Italy by offering them homes for €1. Now, sure, the homes are dilapidated. Sure, you need to spend a lot of money to renovate them, but still, a home for $1? You ain't gonna get that deal here in the United States. So look, this actually isn't a new trend. Like many other places in rural Italy, this particular rural town, Ollolai, I think I'm saying it right. Maybe I'm not. Who cares? Has been on a quest to basically persuade expats to move in after decades of this town, suffering from depopulation. And people are leaving the town because there's no work there. So it kind of remains to be seen why Americans would want to move there, especially if they need to earn a living. But nonetheless, in the past century, this town's population has shrunk from 2,250 people to 1,150 residents. Oh, it sounds so good. How good does that sound, John? How good does it sound to live in a town with only 1,000 people in it?
Are 995 of them old Italian men? I mean, that might be okay. The idea of being in Italy sounds pretty good. The food and all that. They're not really painting the picture of like a vivacious town necessarily.
I know. And for me, that's a draw. It really is. No, I'm just kidding. Not really, but like, I'm starting to feel kind of suffocated living in a big city. Well, and I probably would get bored in a rural area. I probably would want some more excitement after a while, but God, do I really crave the rural, feel at this moment.
Well, first of all, you'd be like a short train ride from the Amalfi Coast, so don't even worry about it. Lake Como, all that. But you were saying, the jobs could be a concern, but you could be a digital nomad. You could do the show from Italy. So
actually, that's a really good point. That's a really good point.
Imagine Charlie romping through the olive fields.
Look, all I have to say about that is Kasparian.substack.com. Please subscribe. Anyway, moving on. So following the US presidential election, The Village launched this website aimed at Americans who were upset by Trump's win. Here's what it reads. Are you worn out by global politics? Looking to embrace a more balanced lifestyle while securing new opportunities? It's time to start building your European escape in the stunning paradise of Sardinia. So it's not just €1 homes. The Village is actually offering 3 tiers of accommodation. So free temporary homes to some digital nomads. I'm listening. I'm just kidding. I'm not going anywhere. I'm having fun though. €1 homes in need of renovations. Okay, so the homes are obviously cheap to buy, but it's going to cost a lot to renovate them. And ready to occupy houses for up to €100,000, which translates to roughly $105,384. Now, the mayor, Francesco Columbu, is convinced that Americans are the best people to revive this rural town. We just really want and will focus on Americans above all. Who doesn't love this guy? I love this guy. We can't, of course, ban people from other countries from applying, but Americans will have a fast track procedure. Of course, we can't specifically mention the name of one US president who just got elected, but we all know that he's the one from whom many Americans want to get away and get away from now. And leave the country. We have specifically created this website now to meet US post-election relocation needs. So he says the town hall's website has already been flooded with 38,000 requests of information on houses. And keep in mind though, while you might get a house for €1, again, it's going to be pretty expensive to fix the homes because they're dilapidated. So they're specifically offering the homes that are in bad shape. Also, I definitely never looked into what it would be like to move to Italy. It's never been something I was ever interested in. I love this country and I will always stay here. But there is an issue with how much utilities cost in Italy. So even though utilities are also expensive in the United States, they tend to be far more expensive in Italy. Utilities in Italy are considered expensive, often ranking among the highest in the European Union, with average monthly costs for electricity, gas, and water for a typical apartment ranging from 150 euros to 200 euros. I know that doesn't sound like that much to some people, depending on how much you use water and electricity and blah, blah, blah. But that's definitely more than what I pay for my utilities. And here's an estimate Business Insider did 4 years ago in a different town in Italy.
Sting, $400 in taxes, a $5,600 deposit, say $60,000 in renovations, plus flights back and forth for years. Add it all up, and you're looking at $76,001. Still nothing compared to the $124,000 that Forbes reported one Sambuca resident expects to spend renovating. And that's for a home that was supposed to cost $1. So it might seem like a ripoff, but
if you buy those houses in Belgium, it's $1 million.
The fact that we'll have a holiday home for life for a fraction of the price that we would spend elsewhere, I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I haven't even finished it yet.
Charlie got so excited that he came over here to say that he wants to move to Italy. Should I do it?
Oh, he wants some ravioli.
Oh,
I say give
buddy.
it to him.
Oh,
By the way, you want to hear an interesting fact?
Mm-hmm.
Just if you're considering the digital nomad thing, I think the Young Turks would go live at midnight local time.
I know,
doable?
but I'd be living in Italy. Like,
I guess.
Something. And maybe
why don't you get TYT to send you to go profile the village, see if it's worth it. We could set up a studio.
That would be my dream. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. But that's not going to happen. And something tells me that Cenk wouldn't allow me to be a digital nomad. I think I'd have to quit to do that.
You think?
100. I don't wonder.
Mediterranean
the conversation
panels.
has happened. So
yeah.
Come on, buddy. Let's go. All right. So there you have it. Look, would you ever consider this, John?
Not Italy. I mean, I love the idea of Italy. I'm saying because I don't want to learn another language. It's too hard. They smoke. They do smoke. They definitely smoke more cigarettes than Americans do. But I doubt it. I think they speak a sort of Italian most Italians don't speak in this rural village. I don't know for sure.
I mean, I think you should learn your native tongue as an Italian, John.
I like the idea of that. I wouldn't write off the possibility of living abroad somewhere, but I've thought about a lot of different possibilities, and there's always something. I liked Norway. Norway was cool, but it's kind of cold and
too cool.
I don't know.
Too cool.
Mexico, a possibility. I don't know.
Have you ever seen that HBO documentary on these libertarians who went to Acapulco because it's like a libertarian dream, except it's devastatingly dangerous? One of them got shot and they're like, oh, should we call the cops? I don't think we should call the cops. We're libertarians. It's like, man, you guys are really dumb.
Well, I guess even amongst libertarians, there are some dumb people, I suppose. But no. And look, there's expat communities in Mexico City that have caused a lot of problems. So I guess I also wouldn't want to contribute to that. Maybe New Zealand, I could go hang out, try to build a hobbit hole or something. That might be fun.
Look, ultimately, I agree with you. I'm going to stay here. I love this country and I like fantasizing about Italy, but I like fantasizing about Italy as my escape, right? The place I go to enjoy, to get away. And I totally hear you on the point you're making about expats destroying other countries. I don't want to contribute to that either. But man, Italy is beautiful and Italians are wonderful people, and keep hiring those hot ass cops. You guys
I think your fantasy is less about moving to Italy and more about Italian cops moving on you. I think that's what it's really about, actually.
I've been a bad girl. You need to teach me a lesson.
Bad expat.
Live sex. I'm a naughty American. I might have a gun on me. I heard they're outlawed here. Want to check? Okay, I'll stop.
Gnocchi in your pocket, or I hope it's not. Anyway.
All right. So let's.
I think I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe I'll take that cruise though. The 4-year cruise around the world. That could be cool.
The idea of being on a cruise ship for 4 years does not sound appealing to me. Cruises are fine for maybe a week at most if it's like a family vacation and you don't want to deal with the headache of flying everywhere and lugging luggage with a bunch of family members. Like traveling with a huge family is not fun. Yeah. But cruise ships make it bearable, I think.
Look, I don't actually want to go on a cruise for that long. I spent a couple weeks on a boat for True North, and I don't want to do that again. And I don't want to move to another country. What I want a cabin in the mountains, in the woods, with really high speed internet. That's what I want. Okay, go rugged. If anybody has seen the movie Star Trek Generations, I want Captain Kirk's house, and I want a split wood with picturesque alpine mountains in the background. That's what I want.
There was this TikToker, don't remember his name, but he was a lumberjack. And he was so hot. Like just the splitting wood stuff was so hot. Like
noticing a pattern to her anecdotes today. You doing okay there, Casper?
Everything's fine. Everything's good. Everything's
good. Did Christian leave town or something? What is going on?
No, everything's good. Everything's good. Believe me, everything is okay in that department. It's just, I appreciate
the wood
beautiful
is being
people.
split. Believe me.
We are so bad. We are so bad. I apologize to our members. Okay, we are a family program. Okay, John. How dare you?
Kids as young as Raina should be able to tune in comfortably.